questions that keeps coming up is lizard push-ups. How do I correctly do a lizard push-up? We do the lizard push-up often in class, and I want to make sure that everybody is doing them right and are feeling good about them. So lizard push-ups, as I call them, some people call them heart push-ups, is a shoulder blade scapula isolation move. So some protraction, retraction of the scapula. So that move can do a lot for shoulder stability, especially if you have some shoulder injuries, but also gets into the pec muscles of the chest. So there's different ways to do it. If I have a bed, a couch height, something that's elevated, like this is a few feet off, this is 2 feet off the ground. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start here. So this is the best way to do it countertop. If I'm more in like rehab setting, in that position of shoulder rehab especially. So I just wanna get into a position that I'm not locking anything out, not overextending the back. So I'm gonna have my feet just underneath me with my knees soft, and I'm gonna go onto my forearms. And you wanna set your forearms wide, not narrow in. So I'm gonna go on my forearms, and all I'm gonna do here is lower the chest down and push back away. So I get that shoulder blade movement moving through. It's not my head going down and up, right? So I want the whole upper body, not the head going up and down. So with that position, eyesight tips down a little bit, not up here, not all the way underneath you, so I'm rounding up, but then I'm going to lower and lift into that lizard push-up. The more my feet go out away from me, more in a plank position, the more effort on my shoulders, but that also creates a little more extension in the back or a drop. So we're gonna try and find the position that is best for you in that position. In a lot of the classes, we're on the mat. You can still do it. Some people still do it elevated while we're in class, which is perfect, off of a chair, a stool, a bench. In this position, I don't want to go from straight arms or either of the positions. It's easy to lock out the elbows and get the shoulders up, and I don't want to do that. So we want to get ourselves set underneath us, which is why I like to take everybody to here. If coming in this downward angle is not appropriate, I will set a box here to still keep me in a proper shoulder position, but I'm taking a little bit of strain off the shoulders by propping up here. It's still better than going to locked out in this position. So I'm gonna go right here again for a moment, and I'll take the box away. So again, I wanna widen the arms, lower the chest down, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then push back away. I'm gonna lower, lift, lower, lift. Again, eyesight's underneath me, kind of between the elbows and the arms, not way underneath and flexing, not up and extending. So finding that middle piece. Lower, lift, lower, lift. If you're down here in Southern Arizona, you see lizard push-ups all the time. All right, so that is from this position elevated. Now, if I take the box away and go onto the floor, I'm still going to go onto my forearms. So now I have this angle that's putting a little bit more tension up into the shoulders. I want to make this a little bit harder. I walk my knees back and pull myself into a knee plank position, and I do the same move again. Now again, I'm changing the effort in the shoulders and the upper body. I'm going to be careful not to drop the hips and push back. It's not a rocking forward. I want to isolate through the shoulder blades and that move. Make it harder still. I go to that full plank position, and I go from here. Eyesight again, position the neck, back is straight, moving from the shoulder blades, not dropping the hips. Shoulder blade. You can always err on hips a little higher than not and still work through the shoulder blades. And always after that, stretch it out. Give yourself a good stretch. Open up the chest and the shoulders. Whatever that means, I'm gonna hook this, which is like kind of hooking a door frame. You can open up the chest and the shoulders this way. And that is your lizard push-up.